good. There's a handful of the vendors here setting up and everything, so starting to come together nicely. Yep. Cool, thanks. Good.
Boss?
That's the boss, Marco. Checking in, doing as usual.
So what we have here is Metropolis factory, and this place here is an old building built in the 30s, very vintage, and it used to be the power plant for the Viceroy plastic and rubber factory.
Basically, the factory started when Marco and I met up. He's the landlord at Metropolis Living, my first store. This baby, that's a gorgeous piece. This is an old neon starburst. Horrible. I don't know what he was thinking.
Okay, see you guys.
See you, buddy. Knew that I needed more space and to expand the business, so we decided to find another location and start Metropolis Factory together.
What we've done here now, we've put together a place that, between Phil and I, that both handles both authentic vintage pieces as well as new industrial design pieces that I do. So Phil goes out and he gathers super cool finds, whether it's old engine hoists or lockers or letters. And
all right, back to business. What
How's that font?
Very nice. Now, what do you want?
$125 a tray. A
$125
no-brainer.
Are you kidding me?
Don't even start.
stuff like that.
I'm gonna put that wheel on.
Good example of the repurposing, right?
Yeah.
Perfect height. That's an easy table.
And we refurbish them, and sometimes we turn them into different things, like into tables or.
Me? I'd be selling that, I think, $1,500 at least.
Got to be some payment for creativity and fun.
Oh, no, for sure. I'd go 15
And storing that stupid thing for a year and a half.
Into interesting lighting.
He's talking maybe even over one of the tables.
Yeah, like that table we just showed you there.
Maybe a smaller version or a longer version.
And then that's what he does, and then on my side I do industrial design, so I create new pieces of furniture, but that has the vibe, has that kind of industrial vintage vibe. You know, maybe it's Art Deco, and together I think it's a great marriage, and we can do tons of custom stuff for people, so that's basically what the place is all about.
My part of the business is basically all the reclaiming, the sourcing of the old industrial items and the converting them into something else. Yeah, so he said apparently he has to go to Milton, so he's driving there now, which is for some deal, and then he'll come and then he'll set up around noon. Picking's basically 24/7 type of thing. I'm always taking emails, looking at pictures, either that or I'm on the road trying to find stuff. Just this morning I got a call in to head over to Milton. So I had to get my ass over there within like 20 minutes to get a good deal on this item that I've been eyeballing for a while. So it's a constant buying. You have to. It's a sickness. Well, I already talked to him. He pretty much said, I asked, well, is the stuff gonna come? Like, are you gonna be able to do that? And he said, well, I talked to Marco, I'm only bringing a small load of stuff though. Like, I can't bring a lot of stuff. I can't empty my store.
You didn't tell me that. I'm gonna call him. You didn't apologize, in other words.
What's that?
You didn't apologize.
Well, no. And he's like, well, I can't empty my store, so I'm only coming with a carload. So we have all that space with nothing to do with it. So.
Did you get my email?
Oh, about him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's so-so. So he's maybe yes, maybe no. All right, so I have the chairs on hold. Nico's on his way over now.
This sounds like one of those big drama moments.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh no, there's a drama.
Yeah.
Seem more dramatic.
And what did you find this morning?
It was probably a 1940s car headlamp adjuster, alignment machine. It's beautiful. It's very Art Deco. It's going to make a beautiful spotlight.
And then pretty much anything we've got available in storage to bring over here to fill it out. I just feel like he's going this way completely in what we're doing right now. I don't feel that he's supporting our endeavors at all. He comes on board after it succeeds. So once this is running and it's beautiful, then he'll start considering, oh, okay, maybe it is worth putting the time into.
I try not to get involved. If there's too many chefs in a kitchen, it just doesn't work. So I leave that to the other guys, and I stick to what I know, and that's the old stuff.
A few years back, what happened was that I built my house. I basically completely gutted a building and rebuilt it, and I found it. I loved the interior design aspects and the industrial design aspects of making that house happen. And when it was finished, it was kind of like this, this weird kind of like void that I needed to fill in myself. I wanted to keep doing it, but of course I didn't have enough money to build another house. So I thought to myself, well, maybe I can design a chair. I mean, for $500 I can design a chair maybe. And it still keeps kind of that artistic wheels turning and the creative process going. And I'm sitting on one right now, yeah. The pagoda stool. I love this stool so much I gave it my name.
I studied millwright, being a millwright, and machine shop, mechanical drafting. I tinkered on cars all my life, so I was really attracted to steel, the metal aspect of the industrial look.
Phil, who owned Metropolis Living in my building, had super interesting stuff. And I was doing industrial design, he was finding vintage pieces, and I said, why don't we find something bigger where we can put bigger pieces, large tables and stuff like that. Find a location that we can use to create Metropolis Factory. And by doing that, of course, that spurred on my design stuff because I had a place to put it and a space to build it. And that's the evolution, is going from making a house to doing some small prototypes to that growing, investigating, finding a showroom, investing in it, and then expanding from there.